Hello and welcome to another video, and welcome to the first Wrapped Up Around the World video of 2024. I'm excited and nervous. So this week I've got a really busy week. I'm actually starting this vlog a day early. I still haven't finished my book for the series Knockout vlog that I'm currently working on, that's going up this weekend. I haven't finished the book. So I'm starting this one now because tomorrow, so today's Wednesday, tomorrow I am driving back down to my parents. Friday it's my mum's birthday. Saturday I'm driving up to Nottingham and I'm at a work event all day. And then Sunday, to be honest, I will just need time to decompress. So I've got a really busy weekend. So I am looking for this wrapped up book because I've also got, I should probably say, next week I've got to start reading the next Wheel of Time book because I forgot that I had to read that one this month. I also want to read House of Sky and Breath for my update vlog on that one. So there's a lot of reading I need to do next week. So my plan is, for this first wrapped up, I'm going to pick a small book that I can ideally binge read in like a day or two, and I might try and then binge read that one on Friday, with the idea being that if I can binge read it on Friday, I can then, like, yes, this vlog will be fairly short, but I'll have been able to kind of like complete it and get all of the rest of the reading that I like actually need to do done throughout the week. That's my plan. So let's look at the books, pick a few options and pick a book that I'm going to read. I am quite nervous because I'm going to go for a small book and I don't remember what small books I have on the list, but I want one that I can like binge read, which is slightly nerve-wracking because I know that one of the small books I've got on the list is a series of essays. I'm not going to, and I can't binge read essays. Anyway, I'm going to now turn around and we're going to look at the book. So this is a very awkward angle. I'm having to lie on my bed to get to these. So let's pick out a few small books. This one looks quite small. He looks quite small back there. Yeah, you can go in the pile. And then I'm going to pull out this green one. Whoops. And maybe let's have the green one as well. Looks quite little. Ooh, right. I don't know where that dropped went. There's a pile of 5. I'm going to turn around again and I'm going to pick. Okay, so I've got the books here in front of me. These are the 5 that I'm picking between. First off, I feel like because it's the first one, it's a bit of a cop-out to go for a book that small. This book looks like it is going to be barely 100 pages. I think, even though I do want a small book, I feel like that is a little bit of a cop-out. So we're left with these 4. I don't like the look of you. No reason, just vibes. I have no thoughts on any of these ones. I have no idea what to go for. Let's go for the one in the middle. We're going to go with this one. Right. Let's see what we're going to get. I'm scared, I'm scared, I'm scared. Ooh. Okay. Interesting. Perfume by Patrick Suskind. How long is this book? Just under 300 pages, like 296 pages. This was not one that I even considered was going to be coming up. Okay, interesting. I'm not sure I can binge read this one in a day, but I will give it a go. So I'm going to just read through the synopsis of Perfume. I feel like it's a fairly well-known book. I am fairly certain that I've read this one before, but I think I read this one when I was travelling, so it would have been like 2011, 2012. But synopsis. Jean-Baptiste Grenelle is abandoned on the filthy streets of 18th century Paris as a baby, but grows up to discover he has an extraordinary gift, a sense of smell more powerful than any other human's. Gradually, he learns how to exploit this gift in the art of creating the most sublime perfumes in France. Yet there is one odour he cannot capture, the scent of an innocent young virgin. In order to perfect his experiments, he must have this final ingredient at any cost. A culted international bestseller, Perfume is a bewitching, darkly humorous fable of desire, obsession and death. I do remember this being very, very dark. So, this is going to be my first book for Wrapped Up Round the World. We're going to France.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Hello. So it has been quite a while since I filmed the the first update. It's been 10 days since I started this vlog, and I've basically been sick for the last week. I still am a bit bunged up and have got a cough, so I'm gonna try and edit out any coughing fits, but they might still sneak in. I also have not binge read Perfume. I'm up to page 100. And today is Saturday. This vlog is supposed to go up tomorrow. I don't know whether or not it's going to go up. If I can finish the rest of the book, so I can read another 150 pages today, film and edit it and get it up tomorrow, fantastic. If not, it's just going to go up next week, and that'll be that. I'm not too mad if it does go up next week, just because, like I said, I'm still feeling pretty unwell. So yeah, if it takes longer, it takes longer. I'm not gonna be mad about it. But my thoughts so far, like I said, I'm 100 pages in, and this book is weird. So we're following our main character is Grenelle, and he has no scent, but he has like this incredibly powerful nose, and he can identify different smells. So we followed him from birth, where he was abandoned by his mother. He was then like raised by what are they called? Like a monk or something. Then he gets put into like a children's home, and then the monk stops paying his bill, so he gets sold to like a tanner. Basically all of this kind of stuff. Like, so I think he's probably about 20 or so at this point. Basically everything in his life has been shit. He got himself apprenticed to a master perfumer, and has now just got his journeyman's license and has left Paris. So this book is set in Paris. Now, first of all, that's one thing I want to say. I thought this book was French because it is set in Paris. It is not. Patrick Suskind is German, which means I'm reading this book for Germany, not France, which is fine. But also, yeah, I thought it was French. Anyway, one thing that I find quite strange is that everybody in Grenelle's life, as soon as like he moves on, they die. And it's a weird kind of storytelling part where, like, for example, he was apprenticed to a tanner, and this master perfumer discovers that he has got this amazing nose, blah blah blah, buys him off the tanner. The tanner is very happy that he's got all this money now for selling this kid. We're gonna just gloss over the buying and selling of people, particularly children, here just for a minute. So he's very excited that he sold this child and got all this money, and gets drunk and falls in the river and dies. And same with like the perfumer. He's just given him his journeyman's license, and that night his house falls in the river and he dies. And it just feels like a very strange storytelling technique. It's almost as if Patrick Suskind is saying that he has to close off the stories of everybody, you know, in the periphery of this main character's story. But the only way he knows of how to close off their story is, and they died. And I just sort of feel like it just, I don't know, it's just a bit weird. there's also been there was an odd scene where he came across a amazing smell which turned out to be a young girl, and so he murdered her. And I'm aware that that kind of plays into it more because there's one, like, again in the synopsis it says there's one odor he cannot capture, the scent of an innocent young virgin. And it's just a bit icky. Honestly, like, the thing is as well is because I've not been well for the last week, I've not really been reading for the last week. So I could quite happily DNF this book. But at the same time, I'm just very ambivalent towards it. I could finish reading it. It will probably end up being like no more than a 3-star. A 3-star would be fairly generous. It's probably going to end up being about 2. Can I be bothered to keep on reading it when it's just a bit meh? Or do I carry on because I have only got like 150 pages left? It's not super big. But yeah, basically I just don't know. Because I am feeling slightly human today and can actually talk to an extent, I'm going to film a video. Might do a couple of videos depending on how I feel. I need to get them filmed, so I might do that. And then my plan is this afternoon to just kind of like try and binge read this as much as I can. Like I said, I'm not overly enjoying it. The other books I've got on the go at the moment are Hideaway by Penelope Douglas, which I'm like 80% in, and I'm not enjoying it. Like, again, I could very happily just DNF that one. That series will be a DNF, but also I'm 80% through, so I may as well just finish the book. And I'm reading the next Wheel of Time, which I think is A Crown of Swords. Yeah, A Crown of Swords. I have not picked this one up for well over a week, so I am behind with Wheel of Time. Although I say I'm behind with Wheel of Time, I'm behind with Wheel of Time assuming that the live show was going to be at the start of February. It's actually not going to be until March, so I'm behind, but also I'm not really behind. Anyway, that is enough rambling. I'm going to go and film the things that I need to film, and then try and read some more of Perfume, and I will update you when I get to around about the 200 page mark. Hello, it is later on Saturday. It's about 4 o'clock. So I have decided I'm DNFing Perfume. I'm about 150 pages through, and in all honesty, I'm just bored. Thank you, Bracken. I have no interest at all in the characters. I have no interest in the plot. I don't care. So yeah, this one is going to be a DNF, unfortunately, which is a very disappointing start to my Wrapped Up Round the World series. Hopefully February's Wrapped Up book will be better and won't be, quite such disappointment. But yeah, no, I've decided life is too short for books I don't like. And like I was saying earlier, the best this book is going to get, realistically, would be probably a 2.5 star. Realistically, it would end up being like a 2-star book. So why am I wasting my time on a book that is going to get 2 stars? So yeah, DNF'd Perfume. I'm going to go and read something that I want to read. And I may even get this vlog out on time. It's a miracle! So I realised that I actually just finished filming then and forgot to close out this vlog. So yes, sorry, this vlog is not very interesting at all. I have been sick all week and it has featured basically none of me reading. It's ended in a DNF. But if you like this video, please leave me a like, subscribe down below. Leave me a present emoji because, we're wrapped up. If you just want to leave me an emoji. I will be seeing you next month for the next episode of Wrapped Up Around the World, and I will see you in the next one for the next video. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm very tired.